Gaffer, a big game, a bigger occasion. What are your initial thoughts ahead of Liverpool on Sunday?
Looking forward to it. We've wanted to get a big draw in the FA Cup ever since the draw was made for the first round, and that's what you sell to the players. And we've had a couple of awkward games. Stratford away on the television was awkward, going 1-0 down, and then a long trip up to Carlisle. That was another trip that was an awkward game for us on a real heavy pitch. So yeah, we're pleased that we've got probably one of the best football clubs in the world and one of the best stadiums to go to and play your football in front of probably one of the best sets of fans. It'll be an incredible atmosphere, certainly for those who haven't been to Anfield. It's an incredible place. When they start singing "You'll Never Walk Alone," if the hairs on your back and the neck don't come up when you hear that, then they never will.
Before Sheffield Wednesday, I asked if you thought the last week with 3 games had been a successful one, and you said you would decide after Sheffield Wednesday. I won't ask the same thing, obviously, because we won. But how happy are you with the form and the performances the side are putting in?
I've been happy with the performances for quite a while now. What you need to do when you're getting those performances, though, you need to marry them with results, because otherwise you can talk and talk and talk until you're blue in the face about your performances being good. But if you're not winning, it always puts a dampener on it. So I think that our performances have been good for a while now, even when we've been really down to the bare bones with our squad. We've been to clubs of late where there's probably only been 2 senior players on the bench, and that's been challenging, but I think the players have been absolutely first class. We've dealt with the trials and the tribulations that we've had along the way, but I think that their form has been really good in terms of their performances. The form, as in the win, loss, draw column, obviously got better in the last 2 weeks. But we've actually played all right. We've played better than the results have suggested in some of our games. But I'm really, really pleased now for everybody at the football club that the performances now, we've managed to turn them into wins as well, because then it keeps everybody happy at the football club.
We obviously had a hectic Christmas period, as everybody does, but we played 3 games in a week, and now we've had the full week for the lads to recover and for yourselves to start preparing. How helpful has that been?
Well, really helpful. When you think about having those 3 games in a week, and we were one of the few clubs that ended up playing those 3 games with nigh on the same team. So that was a challenge, but the lads done it. They came through it. A lot of the work that we put in pre-season has stood them in good stead when we've had those real tough moments, and your thighs are burning after 70 minutes in that 3rd game in a week, and they've been strong enough to see it through. So I'm really, really pleased that we can dip back into pre-season, and that work has stood us in good stead going forward. And I think that the 3 games last week, as I said, for us to be playing, especially when other teams that we played didn't end up having 3 game weeks as well. That's the other side of it. We played Sheffield Wednesday, who ended up having 2 games in that week as well, with the squad that they've got as well. So that was really tough. And then I think Accrington only had 2 games in 3 as well, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. So yeah, we knew it was going to be a tough week for us at the beginning. What I'm really, really pleased with and really proud about is the fact that we've managed to play those 3 games and not have the games off. We've ended up getting our rewards for our hard work, diligence, and I think we deserved those results we've got as well.
So 3 games was very tough, playing with mostly the same team. Daniel Doe came off injured. What is the plan with him now you're back in?
Well, what we'll do is we'll leave Dan as long as we possibly can. What he'll need to do is he will need to get in, at least a couple of days training for us to think about including him. We need to know that he's all right, and whether the injury ended up being muscle or neural. So we're in the process of working through that at this moment in time.
Otherwise, everyone else okay at the moment?
Yeah, when get asked that question, I always look on my board behind and I see, I think other than that, we're good to go again, yeah.
Going on to Liverpool themselves now, with their COVID situation, it's quite hard to predict who they might line up against us with.
Yeah.
Has that affected preparations that made it more difficult?
No, not really. Because we can all think about what team we're going to be playing against, and none of us will get it right. The only one who'll know that will be Jurgen and his staff, and he's entitled to obviously play whichever team he sees fit, and they will get absolutely the full respect of us, whether it ends up being a regular first team player or one of their younger lads that they bring into the game. If you're signed for Liverpool and you're a young player there, you're going to be a good player. So, whatever team we play, they will get absolutely 100% respect from us.
On the squad, our squad now, we've got Sekou Jenna available, Tom Bloxham's back available. Gives the side plenty of attacking options going into the game on Sunday.
Can't play them all though.
No. Must be a nice headache to have, I guess.
It's not a headache because I know what I'm doing, but you don't. But it's a good question. It's obviously Tom. He's a young boy, Tom, so he's gonna have to go through some of these moments. And he made a mistake the other week, and hopefully he doesn't do that again. He made a mistake the other week. He got sent off, and he got deservedly sent off. And Sekou's come in. Obviously, he's been with us now for a few days. We'll just have to wait and see what we're going to do with any of those guys. We're looking forward to going to Anfield and experiencing it's a lifetime experience going there. It is truly a great ground, great supporters. The noise will be unbelievable, and it's going to be fantastic for some of our young players and even some of our older players who haven't played there. It's a wonderful place, great place, Anfield.
Fantastic. Thank you, Gaffer.
Okay.